Hello, everyone. It's a tinfoil hat night tonight. And we're going to see what conspiracies we can drag up about Dogecoin. And all that kind of stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Dave. And we're going to get weird tonight. Excuse me, allergies. What's up? What's up, Colby? Imokang, Dakota, what's up? Adric. It's the tinfoil hat night, and we're gonna get tinfoily. Oh, that's bright. Let's see what that looks like. Fake pump coming. I predict a pump in the next 2 days. Or, this is my conspiracy theory, that there's going to be a whole bunch of FUD in the news from China's government and the US governments trying to poo-poo on the crypto. And they're going to put out a bunch of news stories about future regulation or China giving something else with a ban. Well, we'll see, TS Chill. See what happens. Green frog token. So many tokens out there. We'll see what happens. I have my trades are predicting at 50 cents. What's up, A-Bone? What's happening? Happy Saturday. Francisco, Christopher. What's up? That's right. I'm currently down though, however, in my trade. So that's why I changed the name of the channel from Blue Hair Dave to Losing Money with Dave. TS Chill wants me to be careful on entry. I always use protection. Thank you. No, I did not hear about DeFi 100. That didn't pop up on my stream. Oh, a rug pull. Oh, today. Oh, that sucks. Only 32 million, huh? Oh, yikes! I'm gonna pull that. I'm gonna pull this up, okay? You guys want to hear about this? Yikes! So, 32 million stolen as crypto project DeFi 100 pulls the rug. They notified everybody that they did it to him? Dad time. Yeah. What's up, broker? So, DeFi 100 rug pull. We scammed you guys and you can't do shit about it, is what they said. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Oh, my. That sucks. Oh, wow. That sucks. Wow. Well, hope you didn't lose any money in that. There's also articles on the SNL Elon scams that are still on YouTube. Yeah. I use the rhythm method. No, I don't. I just leave it on in there. What's up? I remember you. Shitfart coin. We were just discussing Shitfart coin. At least when we pull the rug, you'll get a reach around. Shitfart coin. Plop, plop, plop. I think any new token that these days has to have some kind of unrug pullableness going on. Sorry, I got allergies. I've had them for like a month. What's up? Way too much info. Yep. So we've got all kinds of UFO stuff we could look at tonight. Oh, I'm gonna share this on my Twitter. At Blue Hair Dave is my Twitter. Yeah. Let's get me over 200 people. I don't have a lot of Twitter followers because I really wasn't tweeting for a bunch of years. So let's see. All right. Join us. for crazy talk. Boom. All right, I'm sharing that. There we go. Yes, it's conspiracy theory night. Or anything weird really night. This is a special night for everybody, so. Yes. Yes, Dina. I did not. Yep. Well, I bought back in at 40 cents and 35 cents, and then I have an automatic buy order at 20 cents just in case. So I'm losing money right now on my swing trade. That's what I'm doing. But I still predict it's going to go to 50 cents. I'm hoping it does, but it eventually maybe will. You know, maybe it'll take longer than I thought. Was there a coin called rug pull? That would be funny. That makes sense. Yeah. Anybody else have tinfoil on tonight? What, Dina? Your name looks pretty obviously Dina. Right? Did I say Dena, maybe? Or did I say Dina Dena? Which one of it? Which one is it? Is it number 1 Dina or number 2 Dena? Because I don't remember how I said it. What's on my head? I have antennae so I can communicate with whatever's trying to talk to me. Pick up the antenna. I'm not trying to keep the rays out. I'm trying to get them in. What's up, Pikachu? All right. So it is a good buying opportunity, Hoot Johnson. So we have lots of UFOs. Let me go on the Discord because there's so much stuff in here. Next to Broker and the conspiracy theory stuff. I think his full-time job is not the animals in the farm. I think it's conspiracy theories. Let's find this. That'd be a cool full-time job. I guess being an author would be like kind of like that. Where's my conspiracies? There we go. Well, we got Epstein news that came out today, where 2 of the guards admit they falsified records about what happened that night. That's not even a conspiracy at this point, right? Like, there's probably like 5 people that don't think that guy wasn't murdered. Bombshell report. U.S. military encounters UFOs every day. Did you guys watch the 60 Minutes? They had the stuff on it. Oh, you know what I did see? I saw a video that explained those triangles. And the video really made a lot more sense than aliens. So it has something to do with the aperture on the thing that they were viewing it on, the triangle, and they recreated the whole thing really easily. So I'll show the triangle in a minute. But this report says, bombshell UFO report, U.S. military encounters UFOs every day that far exceed its tech. So they don't know what these things are. And you know what the thing is my theory is that it's a spoof. They're spoofing. And it's our military doing it to our military to test how well they can spoof. And by spoof, mean freak out people and make them think they're seeing UFOs. Maybe at 70%, I think that's probably what this stuff is. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on. If they're seeing stuff every day and it's fighters seeing it, you got to assume it's our guys showing it to our guys. But I don't know. But we're gonna find out. They're gonna do a report on it and tell us if it's them or not, which is kind of weird. Because I still don't think they'd say it's us. Oh, we're just spoofing. Because the stuff that it does, you could say either it's spoofing, which is to like make somebody think they're seeing something, like an optical illusion, and that would explain the speed and the no propulsion and all that kind of stuff. But it is buying opportunity. Chris Scott, It says UFO info comes out when dollar is on the brink of collapse comes out. Millionaires buying properties, accumulating assets and debt to use to fight against inflation. I think the alien stuff would freak everybody out more. Maybe after they're holding it for like a really bad time or something. When crypto feels tank, so the top of the finance industry can transition their finances into BTC and others before it all goes. I think they're, I don't know. I think they'll be more scared of crypto. But we all know who killed Jeffrey. That's not even a question, right? Right? Allegedly. So this is kind of interesting that people are seeing, you know, they're seeing a lot of stuff, which even more to me sounds like, hey, you know why they're seeing a lot of this stuff? It's because we're showing it to our guys to test it. That's my theory. But maybe you have a different theory. What's up, Raul? No, you're not late. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're just talking about how 2 guards said they falsified records about what happened the night that Jeffrey Epstein was killed. I think they basically said that they weren't screwing around or whatever, and they were kind of like sleeping and stuff. But that doesn't mean he was murdered, but I think it seems pretty obvious. But you want to hear the crypto conspiracy? It's not even a conspiracy. Tomorrow's the day to watch this. So here's my pump prediction. I still think this is going to go towards 50 cents relatively soon because of all the consolidation. If you watched my video earlier, remember this is called Losing Money with Dave now, temporarily at least, while Dave's losing money. So watch me lose money. In fact, I think I want to do some live trading where you guys can tell me like what to buy, and I'll go buy it, and then we'll see what happens. But Bitcoin, everything consolidated after these little these crashes. I wouldn't say little because they took off like 20% of some of the stuff. And the consolidation shows that there's support and strength. And that's really good for the long-termness of all this stuff is the support and strength. So, with that being said, it has, if you erode the confidence further, then it might not stand up. And that's what China's been doing on purpose. And so has the U.S., where there's like, we don't know what we're going to do. It's risky. They're warning people. They should have warned them 3 months ago. We're going to warn people that this and that. Because governments don't like cryptocurrency. And if that's not a conspiracy, although it could be. But it's just the facts that they can't control it. And they think it's a security problem for the countries as a whole. Also, if people get tied up in something that is risky, because let's face it, cryptocurrency speculation, it's almost like gambling. And except your chips don't get erased right away. You get to hold on to them as long as you don't sell them. So, because my future outlook is this: if I put something in and it's losing money, it's going to go back up to there at some point in the future, and it might be 100 years from now, or it might be 5, or it might be 1, or it might be 2 weeks. I don't know. So that's my personal outlook. And I don't need the money right away that's in there, so that's the way I look at things. So it's investing safely, but it's not really investing. It's kind of like playing. But the consolidation is here, but mark my words, I think there's probably a 50-50 on this. That there's something that comes out tomorrow from the U.S. about well, China would do it first because China's day starts earlier. So China would come out with some information about new guidelines of what they're banning with crypto, or they'll slap somebody with some punishment or something to have more fear, uncertainty, and doubt in there. And I think that's what you're going to see. And the U.S. will come out with something too about, regulation and inflation worries and things like that. What's up, Roby? And I think that's kind of what's going to go on. It's a 50-50. And if it doesn't happen, then Monday, crypto starts going back up. There's not going to be like some sale like it was the last couple of days where everybody's just dumping. So we're going to find out at about the time that the Chinese markets open tomorrow. What's the minimum for the drop you think it'll be? If there's more China news, I think that you see Bitcoin go down to 30,000 again. I think you'll see Dogecoin dip into the high 20s. But otherwise, it goes towards 50 cents. That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like one way or the other. It's gonna something's gonna happen, and we don't know what it's gonna be. Yeah, and it's just, you know, they're still gonna keep trying to do something and to get crypto unpopular. It's always been my biggest fear, is that. Yeah, I was looking at BTT today as well. Everything's on sale, right? So there's BTT, the boy band, the Korean boy band of cryptocurrency. Off the charts. Look at that. All right, so 60, 65, it's at 38. So kind of a double your money if this stuff all just goes back to where it was a couple weeks ago, like a week and a half ago. So if you have extra money sitting around, I think that's kind of it. I don't know what to think about ICP. It's already expensive and the market cap's pretty large, so I don't know how much bigger it can go. Maybe long term, maybe. I think we're going to level at 50 eventually, at some point, Raul. I hope it's sooner than later so I can do this again. Exactly, Dina. They don't have their fingers dipped into it, so they want to get their beak wet, and they're going to tax it. But I think they're really worried about the lack of tracking and control, because if people are exchanging, like Bitcoin, right? It's worth something, and so all you have to do is hand somebody a USB with Bitcoin on it, and so the government doesn't know, and so that's why a lot of shady stuff can happen. So Chris says, "Oh, I forgot. The Fed announced their own crypto today while taking shots at every other crypto." Well, they've been announcing that they're going to try, like, you know, like a digital dollar, but it's they're going to have a backdoor, so it defeats the purpose of cryptocurrency, really. Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's the thing. They want to get rid of cash too. Think about that. How hard it is to use cash now. When's the last time you walked in your bank and said, "Give me $15,000 in cash"? They're not going to do it. They're not going to give it to you. They tell you to come back in like a week and call in an order. So it's crazy. Let's see. Or is we had an alien? If aliens, Homer's reluctant honesty. Okay, if aliens came and demanded a ransom not to destroy us, which altcoin will we pay with? I don't know. The one that I asked for. Because the one they ask for. I don't know if they'd ask for something. What could we? They just take it. If they have the technology, they'll be so far advanced from us that they just take whatever they want. They wouldn't even bother doing it. They probably have a way to take it without us even knowing. We'd be too stupid to figure it out. That's what would happen. Yes, Alexander, losing money with Dave. I changed the name of the channel temporarily. Thank you. I've got my tinfoil on. Let me put my smart man glasses on. So I think I changed it temporarily to losing money with Dave because I'm upside down on my swing trade with this Dogecoin right now. So I bought it at 40. Expecting it to go to 50 to 55, and then I bought it at 30, you know, price on average down, and then I was like, oh darn it, I missed that 20 cent, landed for 20 cents for 5 seconds, so I have another 20 cent order in case that happens again. There we go. But we've leveled out here nicely, so Yeah, finally in yeah. Well, I think I'd have more fun. Like what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get $1,000 and I'm gonna do live streams and I'll just invest it and we'll just talk about what coin and then I'll just buy them and then we'll kind of track what's making money, what isn't. And so you guys can paper trade with my money. But of course, if it makes money, I get the money. But you know what I'm saying? I'll let you guys pick. I don't know how we'll vote though. What can be done about all the Blue Hair Dave imposters that are giving out their number to WhatsApp? They have to be smart enough not to send people money or trying to contact them on WhatsApp. I can't do anything about it because I've reported them 1,000,000 times and even the same channels. And then all they do is change their name and then they go back and do it again like 5 days later. So I literally can't do anything about them. I contacted support and I asked for a verified check mark so people would kind of know that it's not me. And they don't do that unless you have 100,000 subscribers. And I said, well, what's the point of the check mark with people with 100,000 subscribers? Why do you verify those accounts? And it's so people can't fake them. And I said, well, I'm having that problem with my lowly 13,600 subscribers. So you need to do something about it. And they said, sorry, we don't do it. I said, well, who's your boss? I asked the YouTube people. I said, who's your boss? Can I talk to the manager? I want to speak to the manager. I want full Karen on him. And they said, sorry, sir, this is a Wendy's. And then that was it. And then, so I couldn't do anything about it. So I can't do anything about that. So. Not financial advice tomorrow. Not financial advice. Well, I'm just telling people what I buy. So you know my positions. I am fully vested in Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. So I want it to go up, of course. That's my disclaimer. Why are you in the wrong room, Tyler? What room are you looking for? Okay, well, we're talking any kind of conspiracies. Buy everything. Dalton, that's probably a winning strategy in the crypto world. Just buy everything. Thanks for reporting them, Raul. But I think that's why I got taken off the air for a week. I think my thing got caught up in one of those scams, but it wasn't me. So I think that might have happened. I don't know. What's up, Crypto Tank Girl? It's Tyler Richardson. The reptilians. Yeah, I don't even know. I never really looked into the reptilian thing. It was just too weird. I always just laughed it off. I wonder if there's like two things that sound like that make sense in that whole reptilian thing. The lizard people. But as conspiracies go, I have not explored that. I like the ones that kind of could be true. Like Bigfoot. Aliens. Like, because we know UFOs are real. But just because we can't identify it doesn't mean it's aliens, right? So, but I think that if aliens are visiting, we wouldn't even know. Like, it'd just be happening. Like, aliens are here, and like, we don't even know what an alien is, right? You know what I'm saying? Because our minds couldn't handle it. They wouldn't come out and be like, hi, my name's Jim. I'm from planet blip, 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 blip. You know, and then they're like, let's shake hands. Take me to your leader. Nice building. You know, I don't think they do it. That's right. They just knew I was too close to it. Well, the ones they banned were SNL Elon Musk. They all said SNL Elon Musk, and there was that scam. It's still on, by the way, on YouTube. You can probably find one right now on a live stream, where it's like 1,500 fake people and like 20 real people in there giving them their money. It was in the news today. Like, there was like a warning from like the SEC, like, don't give your money to these people, which is so. The reptilians and the aliens, or maybe the aliens are the reptilians. Maybe. I don't know. I know some reptile people, but it's usually because they spent too much time in the sun. So, Broker, you think they've been here and they're mingled amongst us? I think we wouldn't even know. So I don't even think they wouldn't be people. Like, You know what I mean? Like maybe jellyfish are like aliens or something. And like, you know, who knows? I don't know. Or their technology is so advanced. You're watching this in VR? Is that possible? I wish I could do a 360. Do I need a special camera for that? It wouldn't be all that exciting. The VR, huh? I bet it's trippy. Let's get this started. I've got my YouTuber lights in the back. I could do wow! That's right. What's up, Nick? Dave's losing money today. I haven't lost much. What's 3 cents times $6,000? I've only lost $180. I think. Is that how the math works? I don't understand. So, my average is like 39 cents probably, or 38 cents. So I'm down like 3 cents on like $6,000 worth. Dashboard of my spaceship in VR. Oh, I need to get. What kind of VR should I get? I've got the cheap one you slap your Samsung into. I don't think that's cutting it though. I was thinking about getting one like everybody else got one last year, but they were all sold out. Maybe aliens are people of the future coming back to visit us. Tyler, yes, that is something that I completely think like that's one. Yes, I think that's completely possible. Completely possible. Oculus Quest 2, man. All right, I gotta try that. Mankind ends in 2027. I thought it was supposed to end in 2012. I was highly disappointed because the movie was pretty good, and then it didn't happen. So, and like every 4 years, there's like a prophecy. It was supposed to end in 1999. So in my life, I've lived through 2 legit, like the apocalypse is happening, like predictions, like Nostradamus and stuff. And none of them have happened. So. I have not heard about conspiracies where planes are stuck in the air for hours. I've been part of that conspiracy, actually. I haven't heard about it. I've been part of it. Where you can't land because the airport's got thunderstorms and you just got to circle for like 3 hours. Or land at another airport because you run out of fuel. That's happened to me. That's real. I've been stuck on the tarmac for like 4 hours before too. That sucked. It was hot on the plane. We had to sit down. They wouldn't let you. You're not supposed to go to the bathroom. Like, you can't put people on a tarmac and not let them take a leak. I need to increase the hat surface area distribution. Well, they're more like antennas. I think I don't know if they're omnidirectional or not. So you guys can join the Discord. Broker's posting some stuff in there. Alien interview in the Discord. All right. Future branch of humanity. Well, I would not see. That seems plausible to me. What's up, Cali Crypto? What's happening? What is up? How you been? New computer so you can continue live streaming. I actually got a laptop, a new one, because mine was old. It was cool, but it was old. And I got like a gaming one, and I'll be able to do the live streams outside because I realized it was my computer that couldn't handle the live streams. My laptop. How's the reception on these? These antenna do pretty well. They are the Reynolds brand of tinfoil antennae. And you really got to use the barbecue one because the regular sheet of tinfoil just doesn't cut it. You got to go barbecue and then the big roll. So, all right. So, talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna refill my soda here. speak amongst yourselves. Back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Shoot. There's a change of plans. So let's see what should we do. I have to go drop my son and wife off. They're both going to go. One's going to a pizza party, and then the other one's going to the bar with their friends. So, do I leave this running? I'll be gone for like 40 minutes, but then I'll be all alone in the household to get weird with conspiracy theories. So, what's up, Neo Geo? You're losing money too? Welcome to the community. I know we need to write some songs. I know I need to do that too. There's so many things I want to do. Well, I have the setup all right over here. I'll get the MIDI out. I'll get the MIDI over here on the other side. You hold the fort down for us? I'll leave it open then. Do you want to seriously, Callie, do you want to get in the Discord and run the show for about 40 minutes? Because it's one place is like, it'll be like 40 minutes. I'll be gone. And then I'll come back and then we'll get weird. Because then I'll have to leave for like hours after that. So I'll probably have to pick up the kid and the wife. I'll be the Duber, dad Uber, or husband Huber, husband Uber. I'm going to leave it running. Now the question is do you want music and chat or do you want somebody talking? So that's the question. Bitcoin under 10K by Christmas. You know, I wouldn't say that's impossible at all. Music and chat. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go to the live here. I guess I'll just leave the music on and run back. And we can have Callie Crypto talk. There you go. And she'll give you guys the news. The news. All right. There we go. Now I'm in there. I'm in the room. Okay. So join our Discord, but we're going to have the audio on here. And once we get it set up, I got to go. Because I got to go in like 5 minutes or less. So get talking. Get chatting in there. I'm in San Diego. Who else is in California besides Cali Crypto? So 90% of Dogecoin is held by the top 1%. How much do you have to be worth to be in the top 1%? How much money do you have to be top one? $1.7 million annual income in America. I do not make that much money. I am not in the top 1%. I am in the top 1% for globally. Go me. All right. Neo Geo in San Diego as well. Well, I'm going to be driving the streets of San Diego in just a moment. I don't think the 1%ers, I don't think I'm a bad person just because I'm in the top worldwide 1%. I think it's easier to be top 1% worldwide because most people live in poverty. In America, it's harder. You have to make $1.7 million a year to be in the top 1%. And that's on taxes. That's like what you're telling. Harbor area. All right, we got Cali Crypto going on. We got to get this. Dave Uber needs to get rolling here. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't control her. I don't think. I want to make sure she's rolling. If it works out, it works out. I'll turn my video off. So I'll be back in like 40 minutes after I drive everybody around. Whee! I think I'll get arrested if I wear these, right? I can't drive in these.
Well, hello. Okay. Are we live streaming? Are we going? I guess I'm on.
Yep, you're on. You're on.
Okay,
I heard you. A little bit of a delay. You're good. I'm getting out of here.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be back on Blue Hair Dave's channel. It's very cool to be back. Very cool to be back for Dogecoin, as a lot of people are very interested in what's going on with Dogecoin. Thank you so much for the introduction, broker. There we go. Okay, I think I wasn't caught up with the stream, so now I'm caught up and back on live. So sorry about that if there was a little bit of a delay. So currently for a Dogecoin, we're having a little bit of a price action. We are having a correction below 35 cents, but not too bad for Dogecoin. Things are holding pretty well. I am looking for Dogecoin to pop back up to that 40-cent region. 35-cent region up to 40 cents should not be too difficult for Dogecoin, as there is just so much momentum in the crypto markets happening in this very moment. Bitcoin is having a little bit of a pullback, currently at $38,000. It's really nice to see that Bitcoin has tried to recover, not really recovering up to $60,000 where we would like to see Bitcoin, but $38,000 is a nice support for Bitcoin. So going through the crypto markets, Ethereum is doing nice at 2,300. We have Cardano just at 150. A lot of other cryptocurrencies were trying to move up. Hedera Hashgraph was one that I was looking at. I have not added Hedera in my portfolio, but it is one to keep an eye on. Chainlink is always a good buy, as Chainlink is below $30. I did not think that we would have a correction below $30 for Chainlink. So there are plenty of good pickups in the cryptocurrency markets if you are interested in some nice purchases. So I was calling out for that sub 40-cent region to buy back my position in Dogecoin, which I did get my full position back for Dogecoin. So I'm very, very happy that I had those diamond hands for its waiting. I did liquidate part of my position when Dogecoin made it up to around 70 cents. And so I did buy my full position back in when we did make this sub 40-cent region. So very excited to see where the crypto markets will be continuing to head from here. Comments. Let's see a comment from Raul. What was up with ONG 2 days ago? ONG, I'm not sure if that's what? ONG, is that a cryptocurrency? I actually have not heard of that particular cryptocurrency, but there are plenty of good pickups currently in the market. I have been eyeing a few different cryptocurrency. I know we do love Dogecoin, but I have been looking to gradually up my portfolio as I can. Solana is one that I did have my eyes on. There's a lot of momentum behind Solana and what they're doing. So do keep your eyes open for plenty of different options within the crypto markets if you are looking to diversify. My channel is currently down on Cali Crypto 209. My computer is kind of old and it did just give out. So I will be looking to get another computer quite soon so I can continue giving you guys updates for the market. I definitely miss coming on and talking about Dogecoin with my co-host Doge Democracy. So shout out to Doge Democracy. We haven't had a live stream in a while, so I'm very excited to get back on YouTube giving those Dogecoin fans an update. So where do I see Dogecoin going from here? I do think that we will be having a lot more consolidation right around the 40-cent region. Keep in mind, Dogecoin was at 5 cents just a couple months ago, just about 2 months ago. Dogecoin was around 5 cents. So looking at Dogecoin now, we are still well up above price targets that I had for Dogecoin around, well, actually my price target for Dogecoin is exactly where we're at right now at 25 to 35 cents. So having Dogecoin consolidate here is very, very nice. I know we do still have this FUD going out for Bitcoin, and the whole whale manipulation and stuff like that. So we do have to keep our eyes open towards these price actions and to time our entries correctly. I cannot stress enough to wait until the market's correct and you can find a nice entry point. So I'm very excited to see how far our portfolios will go from here. A little bit of FUD from Elon Musk talking about Bitcoin and not accepting Bitcoin for payment for Teslas. So that little bit of FUD from Tesla did bring us down. And not only was there the FUD from Elon Musk, but we had that news from China as well, with China giving out that FUD and saying that they're cracking down on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency regulations as well. But all in all, I am very excited to see where the markets will be going from here. Again, Bitcoin is at $38,000. I know a lot of new investors who purchased Bitcoin around $45,000 to $50,000. It's a little hard to continue, and I know a lot of people did actually liquidate their positions in Bitcoin, which is not something that I have done, and it's not something that I am looking forward to doing, as I have not sold any of my Bitcoin. I am still holding my full position in Bitcoin. I initially started purchasing Bitcoin around $20,000. So I've seen the progression of Bitcoin from $20,000 up to $60,000, and Bitcoin is still at $40,000. So things are looking very, very nice still. I did have a bit of a moment where that FOMO moment where you just want to buy a whole lot of things and not really actually look into what the cryptocurrency project is doing. So I do urge you to, do a little bit of research if you are interested in purchasing a particular cryptocurrency. A comment from Tyler says, stop looking at percentages and look again a year from now and smile when you're driving Lambos. Yes, Tyler, I do totally and fully agree with you. Dogecoin and my cryptocurrency portfolios are a long-term investment. I am not looking to just get rich quick. It is possible to make a lot of capital from trading cryptocurrency, but I do have the long-term outlook on my cryptocurrency portfolios. But Win Lambo and Win Mansion definitely do sound nice, but I am looking for that long-term investment outlook on my portfolios, which is a good ideal to have, but a lot of the movement in the markets are done by day traders or people who are trading cryptocurrency back and forth, and that is the superiority in cryptocurrency, that you can send your digital asset to someone directly and not have any intermediary stopping you or having a 3 to 5 day wait for those funds to be transferred to another account. So the progression of cryptocurrency from here should only continue to grow. The market cap still of cryptocurrency is around $2 trillion. Having over $100 trillion in capital circulating the globe, you can just imagine how much of that is going to be consumed by cryptocurrency. So still at $2 trillion, I am still aiming for that $10 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency. And around that time, we should see Bitcoin at just about $250,000 for one Bitcoin. So when we do get over that $200,000 milestone for Bitcoin, things will get really, really interesting. There was a little bit of FUD as well about the Wyckoff distribution and the manipulation of price, trying to scare people out of the markets. It was kind of the same thing that was done with the tulip mania, where you can literally trade one tulip bulb for an entire house. So you can literally trade one entire Bitcoin for the price of a car. So once Bitcoin starts to appreciate even more, up to $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, then you can trade your Bitcoin for one house. Until we get to that moment, I do see a lot of progression and a lot of other people trying to start their own Bitcoin or their own cryptocurrency, as there are a lot of, I call them S coins. We know that there is a particular word for those cryptocurrencies that do depreciate quite quickly in value. So keep your eyes out for the Shiba Inu and the Safe Moon type. I'm not downing anyone who's holding those tokens, but you do have to be very, very vigilant about what can actually happen if you do invest a large amount into these meme cryptocurrencies. But Dogecoin to me is definitely not a meme cryptocurrency anymore. The market cap and the price value of Dogecoin is still more than that of other cryptocurrencies, which is just truly amazing to experience in this moment. As I started purchasing Dogecoin below 1 cent, I initially started investing into Dogecoin at a fraction of a cent. So still having a Dogecoin here at 30 cents and above 30 cents is just, it's truly amazing. And I'm just very excited to be in the markets. I'm very excited for everyone who is joining the cryptocurrency markets and investing in themselves. You know, cryptocurrency allows you to grow your capital the longer you keep your money in the market. I know the corrections do kind of show a little bit of FUD, but you do have to overcome the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and hope for the long-term price actions of your particular cryptocurrency. So here we go again. I know I can just like talk for hours and like not even actually go over any news or what's going on. But as I did say before on my channel, Cali Crypto 209, there's really no reason to go over news, because the news is just going to stir up more FUD and deterring more people from actually investing into the crypto market. So it is up to you to make that decision, you know, to invest into your future using cryptocurrency. Yes, you can use the stock market. We do like those stonks. But the stock market does not appreciate as fast as the cryptocurrency markets do in value. You can only get about a 10 to 20% return if you are invested into the right assets in the stock market. A nice 10 to 20% return. I know the stocks AMC and GME. I am still diamond handing my AMC and GME. Shout out to the AMC Moon Gang. But you can only get around a 5 to 10% return if you were buying GME when it was around $20, and now GME is $175. It's a lot different when you actually think about your investment. Comment from Raul. I have both a Safe Moon and Shiba Inu. I am losing money on both, but I will hold. I also bought Doge at half a penny, and crypto, and all crypto is down. I believe people got scared with tax. Yeah, you do have to just look out for that. As I did state, one of the co-creators of Ethereum, Vitalik, he was actually gifted a Shiba Inu, and he liquidated and burned some of those tokens. So in doing that, he kind of just wanted to show the illegitimacy of, you know, these particular tokens that try to gain capital very quickly without actually having a project behind what's going on. So yeah, Raul, you do have to be very careful about where you are putting your investments. But there are, or I would say there is a community behind the Shiba Inu and Safe Moon tokens, as there's just a lot of moon gang people who think that their tokens will continue going up in value. But what you have to keep in mind is that, yes, the crypto markets will give you a 100, 200, 300% return. I actually was up over 900% return on my Dogecoin investment. That was around the time that I actually did liquidate my initial investment, and I'm still holding house money. So all the Dogecoin that I'm currently holding, I basically got for just putting my initial investment in and holding and waiting until the price of Dogecoin went up. So now I'm riding around with basically free Dogecoin because I timed the markets correctly, but now I'm actually still in the markets. I waited until this sub 40 cents level, which I pointed out to Blue Haired Dave's viewers last time I was on his channel. I pointed out to him on the last live stream, and I believe Dogecoin was around 65 or we were around like 68 cents. And I said, well, I'm not going to be buying back in my position. I will be waiting for sub 40 cent region. And lo and behold, we are at sub 40 cents region. I have bought back my full position in Dogecoin, and I am now ready to hold a Dogecoin until we make $1. I do see Dogecoin capturing the market cap of over $1 trillion. We were trying pretty hard to hold at rank number 5 for Dogecoin, but Dogecoin still being in the rank of 1 through 10, still holding at number 6. We have a market cap just over, just below $45 billion for Dogecoin. So Dogecoin right now is very, very, it's in a very nice moment. If you're thinking that, if you've just lost hope on Dogecoin, please don't lose hope, as this is definitely what happens in the markets. You will have a nice run up, and then your cryptocurrency will have a correction back down. But that does not mean that Dogecoin cannot make it to $1. I fully see Dogecoin making it to $1. It is just going to be a lot of capital being pushed into the markets to see that price actually go up. So from here, Bitcoin at $37,900. We are still having this manipulation in price. I do believe these short sellers and whales want to accumulate as much Bitcoin as they possibly can. So if you are watching what is going on, Bitcoin has a finite supply. There is only a certain amount of Bitcoin that can ever be mined with 21 million coins. So if you are holding a part of Bitcoin, if you're holding your Satoshis, there are only going to be a certain amount of Satoshis that the entire world population can ever obtain. So you holding those Satoshis will ensure that no one else on the world will hold as many Satoshis as you do. So I do urge those of you who are interested in learning more about cryptocurrency, pick up Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency ever created in the end of the year around 2009. It's been out for a little over 13 years. So the progression of Bitcoin from $1 up to $65,000, you can definitely see how much more growth we have for the markets from here. So don't turn your back on Bitcoin. Do hold Bitcoin in your portfolio, as there is still a lot of price actions to be had for Bitcoin. And not only for Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Dogecoin, Cardano. I do hold Cardano as well. That is one of the other cryptocurrencies that I have allocated into my portfolio. So I am very bullish on a lot of different cryptocurrencies. I am very bullish on Dogecoin, of course, but I do hold a lot of diversity in my portfolio. So if you are looking for those nice gains to come back to you, the main key is to diversify your portfolio, not only in Bitcoin, but it is nice to have fun in these meme cryptocurrencies, the Safe Moon and Shiba Inu and what have you. So just have fun with it. We don't want to lose money. We want to make money. So you want to make the right investment choices. Currently, Dogecoin is around, I think, just about 40% of my portfolio. So I do have quite a large allocation of Dogecoin actually in my portfolio. RoboCop says Shiba is legit. Yeah, Shiba to me, I I mean, you can say it's legit, but the price actions towards actually what the Shiba Inu token is doing, it doesn't coalesce. It's not happening. The What the Shiba Inu price token is doing is not what the actual project is doing. So that is what we have to keep in mind. If the price actions are happening without an actual project and team behind that cryptocurrency, then you should not be investing into it. I know it's hard to hear that, and a lot of people, put money into these um, meme tokens, but you really want to make sure that your cryptocurrency actually has a use case, that people are actually using that cryptocurrency. They're transacting with that cryptocurrency. They're sending it back and forth. They're paying with things with that cryptocurrency. So until that's actually happening, until you can back that and say, okay, yes, there is a use case for my token, then I don't actually see a point of investing into all of these different cryptocurrencies. But I am very excited to see that people are actually making a return off of their investment. And that's the main point. The main point is to make a return on your investment, whether that be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. It's just you want to make an investment. You want to make the right investment choices. So if the investment choice brings you back capital, then good. Take your initial investment out and let the rest ride. You don't want to mortgage off your wife and your house and then have to scramble up to, get back to where you were because you put everything into Shiba Inu. We really want to be vigilant about what's happening. And if you have your eyes open for what's going to happen for the cryptocurrency markets, you would be allocating your investments into the right token. But I'm super excited to see that a lot of people are learning about investing and finance and taking control of their finances. That is the main point of cryptocurrency, is to give you the freedom to transact in value without any banks or central governments. Cryptocurrency allows you to transact value instantly and seamlessly without any intermediary. And that's the main point and progression of why cryptocurrency is going to grow so much from here, because paper money is it's old. It's out of date. So us being the younger generation, we need something that's newer and updated and lively and fast. So having cryptocurrency that's fast, we can transact value instantly. That's going to help the overall market cap and progression of cryptocurrency. So I'm very excited to see how far that market cap can actually reach. Well, currently we are still having a pullback. Do not be too scared by the price actions in the markets. Bitcoin still at $37,700. Ethereum is still below $2,500. Currently at $2,300. And we do have Dogecoin sitting right below 35 cents, holding at 34.5. I am holding a VeChain as well. VeChain does pay you out in the Thor token for holding VeChain. So I am very bullish on a lot of different cryptocurrencies in the markets currently. This is the buying opportunity. You want to buy in the red and sell when it's green. You do not want to buy cryptocurrencies at all-time highs. You want to wait until they can find a nice consolidation area and then make your investment. So I urge everyone watching, if you are up a large percentage on your investment, do take some capital off the table, as you will be setting yourself up for success if the markets do have a further correction. I do have my dinner going. I am having pizza for this Saturday night. So I am very excited to eat my pizza and watch the cryptocurrency markets. Tyler Richard says it's okay. It'll come back in a few months. Oh, is that Shiba Inu will come back in a few months? Yeah, I will hope that Shiba Inu can come back in a few months, just for those people who invested in it and they're just learning about cryptocurrency and they don't really know that just because a token is going up does not mean that it's going to continue going up. You do have to keep in mind that cryptocurrencies will have very sharp corrections. They can have 40 to 50% corrections downwards, but you can also have on the upside 40 to 80% of an increase on that token. So that is what you are paying for. You are paying for the volatility in upside as well as the volatility in the downside action of cryptocurrency. A broker says if you have more than 1% of your portfolio in Shiba, then you're in for some bad times ahead. I actually think 1% isn't too bad. 1% of your portfolio invested into meme cryptocurrencies is actually a pretty good idea, because you never know what could happen in the market. I'm not urging for people to invest into these meme cryptocurrencies. Do buy Dogecoin if you are looking for a legitimate cryptocurrency to purchase, but having at least 1% of your assets into these meme cryptocurrencies actually isn't a bad idea. It actually is not a bad idea, because you are diversifying your portfolio even more, so that if these tokens do actually go to the moon, you will have a nice increase from actually believing in that project when nobody actually did. And yes, we don't want to gamble. A lot of people do think that the crypto markets are just gambling, but when you see the price actions, it's not necessarily gambling if you are a long-term investor. So if you're a long-term investor, the price actions of Bitcoin right now aren't really phasing you, because when Bitcoin goes to $500,000, you're going to be quite happy that you were accumulating Bitcoin at $37,000 5 years ago, and then Bitcoin is at $1 million, and you're going to be very happy with yourself for accumulating Bitcoin at $500,000, because you would have then doubled when Bitcoin makes it to $1 million. So just seeing the progression from now, when Bitcoin surpasses its all-time high of $64,000, we will have a lot of movement in the crypto markets, and we will have a lot of meme tokens trying to capitalize on the price actions of the crypto markets. So because cryptocurrency is exceeding in value, there will be the Shiba Inus and the Safe Moons starting. There will be many, many more of these tokens trying to capitalize on these price actions. So just keep that in mind. You want to have a very, very knowledgeable background about where you are putting your money. If you're putting your hard-earned money into something that can retrace in value by 50 to 60%, that's pretty hard. That's going to be pretty hard to look at your portfolio down $2, $3, $5, $10,000, and you didn't actually even put in that much money. So making the right investment choices is the right thing to do. The comments are just going crazy. I'm so happy to see that there is so much engagement within the cryptocurrency market. That is just, it's so truly amazing to see that we are wanting to take back our freedom through finance. And freedom does come in finance. I mean, you can't buy a house if you don't have $500,000. You can't live in the nice sky rises in New York if you don't have over $1 million. So having cryptocurrency held in your portfolio and then seeing that rise up, eventually we all will be living in high rises or $1 million homes when cryptocurrency does exceed in value. Comment from Cuddy says, where is Dogecoin going? As I did state before, Dogecoin, comment from Tyler. I actually do not agree with Tyler at the moment. Dogecoin is not going down. Dogecoin is not going down in this moment. Dogecoin is actually going up. The cryptocurrency markets are going up in this current moment. It may seem as though things are going down, but that's just because there is price manipulation going on with people who are holding a large amount of cryptocurrency. So if you understand how the cryptocurrency markets work, you would be seeing that the crypto markets are actually increasing in value. Dogecoin had that correction when Bitcoin dropped to $30,000 to sub $30,000 levels. Dogecoin dropped to 31 cents. Currently, Dogecoin is trying to toggle between 35 cents up to 37 cents. So I do not see Dogecoin actually going down in this moment. I see Dogecoin going up. The crypto markets are actually increasing in value with the introduction of Dogecoin on Coinbase and Gemini and Crypto.com. All of these additions of Dogecoin onto different platforms will help with the increase in value for Dogecoin. So I see Dogecoin recapturing 50 cents. First, we're going to recapture 45 cents, of course. After that, Dogecoin will recapture 50 cents. Bitcoin will be around $55,000 up to $58,000 once again. And you just can't believe the FUD. There was also, I talked about it earlier, the Wyckoff distribution and the price movements of where the token is actually going. So if you understand how these price actions actually occur and how these big whales try to kick you out of the markets to get you to sell your cryptocurrency, so then once you sell your cryptocurrency, you're going to have to buy back in at a higher price because they're just going to continue pushing the price back up once they buy back in their positions. So that's when you see these large green candles. When you see these large spike ups and the large green candles for Bitcoin and Dogecoin, that is the people who is trying to stop the price action of Dogecoin and these other cryptos from going up. That is them actually buying back in their positions because they're selling in the markets, making the price go down. And then when they buy back in their positions, you're seeing these huge green candles and these huge green spikes. So you can't believe the FUD. They're just trying to kick everyone out of the markets because they know how far the markets are going to go from here. So the best thing you can do for yourself in this current moment is accumulate. Accumulate as much cryptocurrencies as you possibly can. Oh, yeah, Tyler, I didn't mean to say that, Dogecoin isn't going to go down in the short term because, yes, we are going to have price actions and price movements downward, but we are currently in a upwards trend. Dogecoin is increasing in value. The cryptocurrency markets are increasing in value. I do believe that this correction we've seen is slightly over with. We have overcome it just by a little bit, but we are slowly but surely increasing in value. It's going to take about another 2 to 3 weeks to actually see the price actions that we were at just a couple weeks ago. But yes, there is going to be a lot of volatility. That is the main point of investing into cryptocurrency, is for the volatility. We love volatility because when there is a lot of volatility, that is an option for you to make a lot of returns. So I actually heard one saying, I believe it was from Tyler S. and Tyler S. YouTube channel. He said, the bull markets can make you money, but the bear markets can make you rich. So if you understand that, when the cryptocurrency markets are in a bear market and you're accumulating these tokens at very, very discounted prices, when the tokens go back up in price, back up to where they were, then that is when you become rich, because the bull market makes you gains and the bear market makes you rich. You have to understand that, in the sense that you're making your investments when we are in the red. You want to buy in the red and sell in the green. The idea of diamond hands only goes so far to when you are up 1,000%. So once you're up 1,000%, do take some profit off the top so you can buy back in those dips when we do have that correction. So from here, there's going to be a lot of price actions. We have to be ready for these price actions that we're going to see. You can't be scared. Scared money don't make no money. That's another nice thing. If you're scared with your investments, you're not going to make any investments back. Back? All right. I got. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So continuing where I was at, thank you. Raul, she is back about the short-term. Okay, so my pizza is ready, and the markets are actually coming down. We are having a little bit of a pullback. Coin is at 5. Dogecoin is at 34.30. Not. We did just have nice.
It was like super quiet.
As I pointed out for Bitcoin, and the people who are trying to short Bitcoin have to buy back in their positions. So when you see these large green candles and spike up, that is the people who exited their position to buy back in their position. So that is definitely something you have to keep eyes out for, as that is perfect.
Hey, Callie, can you hear me?
Thank you so much for the love, broker. Yes, check out Broker 209. I have not uploaded. Oh wait, who's that? Yeah, I know something is wrong with Discord now. I'm not sure when I got what actually happened, but I am still here.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're just like super quiet, and you're kind of cutting in and out a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
There it is. Now you're better.
Oh, am I better now?
Yeah, it sounded like the mic was just kind of far away, I think.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Oh, I actually think it was off of speakerphone. Maybe that was.
Well, you sound good now. It's just that everybody couldn't hear anything you said for like the last, I don't know, 2-3 minutes maybe.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys can all hear me now. I do talk a lot, so if I do continue to rant, do tell me to slow down if you guys do have some questions. But yes, very excited to be here for the crypto market. Very excited to be here. Okay, so what I was saying was, when you see these nice green candles and when the price goes up, that does mean that people are buying back in their positions. The traders are buying back in their positions, and then they sell off their positions when it goes back up, so then they can withdraw a larger amount than they actually deposited. So that you will actually see that is what the whales are doing. The whales are depositing a certain amount of Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin appreciates up to over 42,000. We have not actually got back over 40,000, but when it starts to increase in value, then that is when they withdraw their cryptocurrency, and that is what makes the price tank basically even more. But you do have to keep that in mind. It's the main point. BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when you buy the dip and the crypto goes back up, that is when you make a nice return from your investment. It's because you bought that dip. And buying the dip is when you can, is when you do have a nice return. So I do think that Bitcoin should be back up to $42,000. $42,000 in the way of $40,000. Yes, Rob, who has $40,000 to buy that dip. Yeah, it would be nice if you had $40,000, because you could buy one full Bitcoin currently, and having the price of Bitcoin at $65,000 right now, Bitcoin is a steal. Bitcoin is at a very, very good discount right now. So if you had $40,000 to buy one full Bitcoin, definitely go for it. But in the midst of that, you were able to purchase Satoshis. So you can stack your Satoshis, 100 million Satoshis being that of one Bitcoin. So when you accumulate 1 million Satoshis, you only need 99 more million Satoshis in order to get that one Bitcoin. So the small retail investors can accumulate and own one Bitcoin if they aspire to that. If they continually stack those sats and invest into Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a full Bitcoin at once. I myself do still have a large amount of my capital invested into Bitcoin, but that is because I believe in the long-term outlook of where Bitcoin is going. I know the actual anniversary for 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. If you can recall, let me look up the actual date here. Pizza for Bitcoin. So yes, it was the summer of 2010 when May 22nd, the summer of 2010, May 22nd, Papa John's Pizza was purchased with 10,000 Bitcoin. It was just 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. So just think about how much 10,000 Bitcoin is worth. It's just below $400 million. So 10,000 Bitcoin back then obviously wasn't worth that much. I think it was about $42, $41. So $10,000 worth of Bitcoin at $40 back in 2010. Now we're in 2021, and 10,000 Bitcoin is just below $400 million. So those had to have been the most delicious pizzas that Papa John's has ever created. So for the anniversary for 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas, I did make pizza for dinner tonight. So I am eating a pizza in memory of 10,000 Bitcoin being sold for 2 pizzas, which is just truly amazing to think about how much the price of Bitcoin has appreciated from 2010. It's just outrageous. And I'll just read a little bit more from the article for you guys here. However, those 10,000 Bitcoin would have been valued at approximately $380 million at the current rate for the world's most prominent crypto, which was last changing hands roughly $38,000. The valuation is despite a blistering sell-off for Bitcoin that has seen virtual asset tumble more than 40% since the peak around mid-April. At the peak, Hayek's for pizza would put him at approximately 680 million, assuming he held to the virtual cryptocurrency, which has engineered by a person identifying themselves as Satoshi Nakamoto. So if he had held those 10,000 Bitcoin from the pizzas that he had got, he would have had almost $700 million. It's just like, it's crazy to think about having 10,000 Bitcoin right now, or even having one Bitcoin is a big deal for some people, because a lot of people right now don't have $1,000, which is just crazy to think about. A lot of people don't have $5,000, which is still crazy to think about. I have gotten to the point to where I can trade a few $1,000s due to cryptocurrency. I would never have imagined that I would have been handling the amount of money I'm handling now before I invested into the crypto markets. So the crypto markets did give me that financial freedom that I was looking for, only because I was invested at the right moment, and Dogecoin just went to the moon. And I was so happy on my investment decision with Dogecoin as well as the other cryptocurrencies. So through the corrections, through these short-term pullbacks, I'm not deterred of putting more money into the markets, as much money as I can into the markets, because paper money it doesn't have any value. Not to say that paper money isn't Rob, that is so true. Most Americans cannot afford a $200 emergency bill, which is just outrageous. If you can't afford to put a new tire on your car, I know I did tell this story about when my car tire actually flew off of my car, and I had to pay like $600 to get my like rim. I had to buy like a whole new rim for my tire, and that was like almost 1 month of rent for me. Like I live in an apartment by myself, and it was like so hard to pay for my car. So after that, I was like, okay, this whole money situation, how am I going to pay for things if an emergency comes up? So I started investing. I started looking into stocks. I actually did pick up stocks before I found cryptocurrency. I wish I had found cryptocurrency before I found stocks, but I invested into stocks. I started to think about investing, like, how am I going to have my money make more money? And the way that
you
your
have to
money
get male
is
and female money together.
Oh, Blue Hair Dave is back.
Hi.
Hello, Blue Hair Dave. Yeah, I think I was definitely holding the fort for you.
I think so. I was like, oh, I gotta grab something to eat. Like, I got back a little earlier than I thought, and I was like, I gotta grab like a snack or something. And so I was listening.
I'm very thrilled, very excited to give everyone an update about what's going on in the markets, as we are looking for that financial freedom, and cryptocurrency will bring us that financial freedom if we do have patience.
These are not the opinions of my channel necessarily. These are Crypto Callies. This is not financial advice. So
this is not financial advice, but just sell everything you have and buy cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so I view this differently. I think cryptocurrency is a highly speculative, risky thing. Very close to
Definitely.
very close to gambling, except probably safer than gambling, but it depends.
And that's the thing. It's the exact same thing that happened when the internet had came out, and you had to sit in front of the computer and wait for dial-up. You had to wait 15 minutes to go online. So currently you have to wait 3 to 5 days for your money to be sent to another account through the banking system. So transacting your value instantly is going to overtake the dinosaur system of having to wait nearly a full week to transact money. You know, it should not take that long to transact value when you can send a picture to someone instantly. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can Venmo somebody instantaneously, or the wire takes longer. But yeah.
But it's
you
just
don't have
having
full
that
control over it necessarily.
Yeah, and cryptocurrency gives you back that control.
Yeah, I'm speaking about the investing part of it. So, which is we're watching charts and stuff. So, very risky. So I was just reading somebody in here. Is that I guess they're crypto tank girl. Did you lose the money from? I didn't see the story because I was out from crypto, or was it just other life events? And then Rob wants to ask a question to somebody. Maybe you, Crypto Callie. We'll see what Rob is in the chat here. So if I got it low, let's say 5 cents, and it goes up to X, would selling and reinvesting be less profitable than just holding? No. In fact, you know how people talk about that crypto might get taxed and stocks as like full income. So you'd have to pay, like, if you're in the top income bracket, you're going to have to pay like 48, 52 cents or whatever on your earnings on crypto. If they decided to make those changes, what would happen is that before that law goes into effect, everybody would just sell and then rebuy. And then they pay the 15% capital gains tax as it stands, and then just rebuy, and there'd be nothing would happen. So to answer your question, you could do that, yes.
Right.
But you'd have to pay like transaction fees, so gotta pay gas or whatever. So
transaction fees for Ethereum are still very high, and that is what is slightly suppressing the price of the Ethereum token. But when Ethereum 2.0 comes out, I definitely think it's going to skyrocket. I am staking my Ethereum currently, so you have to hold Ethereum in order to create new Ethereum. That is the basic idea of what Ethereum 2.0 is. So the amount of Ethereum that you're holding and you are staking that is going to in turn help you create more Ethereum. So the more Ethereum you hold, the more Ethereum that you will be able to create when they actually introduce that Ethereum 2.0, which I'm very excited to see actually happen.
Yeah, Crypto Tank Girl. No, they don't move it, but this is just if, right? If taxes go up and it's not just a capital gains tax, if it goes from 15 to 36% or whatever it's going to be, if they do, it's going to be hard to get that one passed. But if that does happen, you just literally sell and rebuy instantly for like the same price. And then you say, here are my earnings I just made. You have to pay taxes on it. You have to pay taxes eventually on it. And so then you just pay the 15% tax instead of the other amount. And then after that, you're going to have to face, the higher tax rate, or wait until somebody puts it back down or whatever.
AMC to the moon. I'm still holding my AMC. Shout out to all the people who are invested into stocks and the stock market. I do love the AMC squeeze and GME price action for the stock market. So shout out to everyone in the AMC movement.
I don't own any, but yeah, and I think movies are going to come back strong now.
No way.
I don't do the Wall Street bet stuff. That's musical chairs. That's totally a freaking
I have so
pyramid
many
scheme.
shares of AMC.
Yeah, I don't.
I was buying AMC at around $8, and currently AMC is holding just above 14, I believe it was. And the price actions for AMC were very, very interesting. These short sellers for AMC are just exponentially great. AMC is currently at $12.
Let's pull it up.
So we did have that squeeze up to $20 per share for AMC. I'm sorry, $30. Or it was $20, but the range we have for AMC is up to $30. So I'm very excited to see how far things will actually go for the AMC stock movement, because it is a movement. It is a financial protest for the disparity of trading in the market.
Let's see. So it's been as high as almost 16 recently, and right now it's at 12.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's just
I'm very excited to see
because these are kind of pump and dumps. That's why they're trying to figure out if it's legal, what's going on. But it is. But we'll see what happens when the music runs out, which it will. Unless AMC's a little different. GameStop is definitely. I don't see how they come back profitable ever. Unless they switch their business model around completely. So they're completely overvalued. Now AMC, I think they've got a shot at being worth, something once because everybody's going to want to go back to the movies. Everybody's going to want to go and do things out with other people. And so I think the movies and all that stuff will come back pretty popular. And so I think that AMC's got a future as a business, but GameStop doesn't. So that's why I never really got into these. But guaranteed, if I did buy a bunch, you'd lose your money because it would go down because I would get in. So
well, I actually have to disagree with you with that, because I am still up nearly 10% on my investment from AMC.
But I didn't buy it.
I've been holding this entire time.
Yeah, but I didn't buy it.
January.
So if I bought it, it would go down.
Yeah.
It would go down if I bought it, though. Yeah.
I've been continually purchasing, and the stock continues to go up. I've seen AMC at $7, $8, $9, and now we're over $10. So there is a lot of movement in the stock market as well. So I do urge people to diversify not only in cryptocurrency, but do hold stocks as well, because there can actually be a movement in the stock market as well as the crypto market. So you do want to have that wide diversification.
Yes. Most of my investing, all my stuff is it's in like traditional stock stuff, which has performed amazingly. But I think
stocks, yes,
like
I do hold blue chip stock as well.
The last 8 years, you couldn't. I mean, you'd have to be an idiot not to make money in the market the last 8 years, because it just goes up, right? And so you just, as long as you're like smartly invested, everything just went ridiculous, year over year over year over year. So that's been good. It won't last forever. We'll see what happens when this inflation goes really bad, which it's going to, because all the money that was entered in the economy, and then people don't want to work, and so wages are going to shoot up.
There's still over $25 trillion in circulation. $25 trillion. And the crypto markets are just about 2 trillion. So once we consume just another 5-6 trillion of that, Bitcoin will make around $100,000. I'm sure Dogecoin will be around surely over $1 by then. And a lot more movement in the cryptocurrency markets will be happening, because they will be consuming all of that circulating supply of monetary fiat that is just waiting to be put into something, and it's going to be put into cryptocurrency.
Yeah. I think crypto's got a big future as everything else grows, and I think people I think people just like the idea of not being. I think they understand that stocks are just a game at this point as well. And they lost touch with reality a long time ago, and so it's kind of like, crypto's like a finger to the whole system, and I think people feel that way. And the younger you are, the more you probably feel that way. So, I think it's got a big future, and that's why I like the outlook in like 10 years from now, 15, 20 years from now, when everything is 20 times higher at least, is what I'm guessing, but. I don't know. But as the economy grows, the amount of investors will grow, and the amount of money that's in crypto in general will grow.
Well, that's a part of the money scheme that we're living in. They have to print more money in order to keep the system going. So there's just going to be more and more money created. 2 trillion, 4 trillion, 10 trillion. They're just going to continue printing more and more money to make up for the printing of more and more money. And it's just funny how it actually plays out, because the price of Bitcoin basically is infinite. If you think about it, the price of Bitcoin isn't going to stop. In our lifetime, at least, I don't see the price of Bitcoin slowing down. So we have to be prepared for what is actually going to happen and what's happening right for us. This is kind of how I was talking about it before, when you had to wait 15 minutes to get online with the internet. Bitcoin is just a upgrade of our use of money. We're still having money. We still have money. Bitcoin is just an upgrade from the recent use of money that we were using with paper, which is going to be very interesting to see the upgrade of human evolution through cryptocurrency, which I do see happening in the near future.
Yes. I just hope it does it soon rather than later, when we see this 50 cents, so I can get my money back. So I can do it again. I don't care if it goes up and down, because on the way to $1, I know it's going to vacillate, right? And so it figures the one time I try a swing trade. Oh, let me answer your question here. Joseph Cantu says, I've seen numerous videos saying Doge is going to pump. What's the deal, Dave? Enlighten us. Well, my theory is this. It's consolidated. Bitcoin, consolidated. Ethereum, everything's consolidating right now, and which means it's stuck around the 35-cent range. And the 35-cent range is basically, there were 2 really bad news stories that came out, and 3 really. China, and that was twice, and that was the worst part. And then there was the inflation worries, which is bad for all investing. And then there was the U.S. talking about regulating now, and warning people about cryptocurrency, how risky it is, etc., etc. So those are all bad news stories, FUD, and meant to kind of get people to be more cautious with crypto because they can't control it. So what my theory is, this is consolidated. Even with all that bad news, it hasn't dumped, right? Bitcoin could easily go to under $10,000. Easily. Because institutions get spooked. They don't want their people to lose all their money. There's a punch-out point for them. They probably all have it just under 30,000. So there's probably people with 28,000s, 25,000s, and at that point, they all pull the plug. And then it could dip below $10,000, I think. And it's happened before. It's had a huge amount of loss. It lost 80% of its value a couple years ago. So, hell, last year it was just under $4,000. So it's completely possible, and not likely, but completely possible. And so, but to see it that it's holding now, which there's much more support. So it's less likely than it was last year, much less likely than it was in 2017 when there was like the last big bubble crash. So. I think it's consolidated. All crypto is consolidated. My theory is it's on sale right now. And then it's going to go up, and when it does start climbing, and it could be Monday morning when the market's open and people start moving some money around, then it's going to start going up. People are going to go, here we go again. And the psychology behind it is really that. And so everybody's going to jump on board and get in because they want to ride the wave to 50 cents. They're thinking the same exact way I am. And so that's why I think there's going to be a pump in the next coming days. That's why I think, because it's consolidated long enough. Maybe it'll be the end of the week, but this can also happen. And hey, Benji's back. And this can also happen. If China really wants to put the brakes on crypto in China, they will put out another news article before their markets open tomorrow. And the market's, Asia, so it's like half a day ahead or whatever from where I'm at. So they'll put a news story article at, and then we'll see the price dip a little bit further, just like it has the last 2 times. So those are the things I think will happen. So if the SEC and China want to put more wet blanket on crypto in general, they are going to put out news stories that hit the news tomorrow, or early Monday morning. But China will do theirs on Sunday before their markets open. And that is what I think could happen. But otherwise, I think we're headed for a pump. And that's why.
It's so funny because the last time you actually had me on, I believe we were at all-time highs, and I was saying, hey, Blue Hair Dave, I'm not going to be purchasing any Dogecoin. I was telling all of your viewers, I said, no, I'm not going to be purchasing any Dogecoin right now. I'm going to wait until sub 40 cents level. I clearly remember saying that. I said, I'm going to wait until sub 40 cents level to make my investment again. And I bought my full position back because I was very patient in knowing that cryptocurrencies have corrections. So we were around, I think it was 65 or 68 cents around that time. And I said, no, I'm not going to be buying any more Dogecoin, even if we go up, because I know that we are going to have a correction. And then when we have that correction back down to sub 40 cents, which we are currently, we're going to have a nice consolidation area. And then Dogecoin can possibly make it up to 85, maybe $1. So Dogecoin can possibly shoot up to past its all-time high of 75 cents back up to $1 as an all-time high. I definitely see that happening.
Yep. I think 54 cents is resistance, 75 cents is resistance, and then $1. Then after that, I could go. I don't think it goes much higher than $1 anytime soon, because I think that's kind of the leveling spot for it, with the amount of investment that'll be in it, the market cap, and so, which is good for it in the long term, which is what Mark Cubans of the world are hoping for. If it's somewhere around $1 and it just kind of hovers there, then people can spend it more freely, and that'll be good. So, yeah. So, yep. Yeah. As far as the chat goes, I mean, I'm gonna let people talk in there, and we can talk crypto or whatever. I know some people are talking about evictions and stuff, which sucks. So I guess people experience a lot of that stuff, and I know what it's like not to be able to make your rent, but. I tell you, the last thing I would do was be buying. Last thing I would do would buy investments if I needed money to live on. That's the last thing. So, you got to feed yourself and house yourself before you think about the future. Think about right now. Oh, Nick is back. Technical difficulties with your laptop. Did you spill coffee on it? Did it overheat?
Sounds like my laptop.
So has anybody been? Is everybody just holding for $1, or are people doing swing trades with any of this stuff? Did people buy back down? I bought at 40 and 35 cents. I bought more. Looking like a great.
That's what I wanted
to
ask you. What's your average cost?
Oh, I'm like the 5 center. I'm one of the 5 centers. But I decided to take about six. I decided to take about $6,000 and try and do some swing trades. I was going to do 10, and then I chickened out and did 6. And I figured, I thought that
$6,000.
No, I just took $6,000 and bought Dogecoin.
Oh, I see.
I'm trying to keep the two things separate, even though I know it doesn't matter in the long run, but just for my head. So there's my 5 cent money. And then there's what I'm doing right now, which is I took $6,000 and said instead of playing craps in Vegas with my $6,000, I'm going to take advantage of the volatility and the price fluctuations. And I thought it was going to go from 40 to 50 cents. I said I'll make my 20% or whatever it is, and buy it at 40, sell it at 50 or 52 cents, whatever. Start staggering, until it's gone. And then just do it over again, because I know piece of news is going to come down, it's going to dip down, it's going to go back up again. It's what it does. It's what almost all crypto does. It has 10 to 25% fluctuations like every couple days. And if you're confident that it's not going to just fall off the end of the earth, then there's some somewhat easy swing trading to be done. And the only way to make money with that, if you're making 10%, is to have a lot of money, which makes it riskier, but if you take $10,000 and you make 20%, that's $2,000. And if you can do it every day or two, you can make $30,000, $60,000, $80,000, whatever, depending on how much you're putting in and out. Anyway, so it ends up being cheaper than Vegas because the drinks are. Well, I guess you get free drinks in Vegas. The food is expensive in Las Vegas now. The good restaurants at Cosmopolitan. Shout out to the Cosmo.
Well,
amazing restaurant.
We'll have to throw a party for everyone when Dogecoin makes it to $1 in Vegas.
Oh hell yeah! We should do a convention anyway.
That sounds fun.
I think in Vegas we should do it. I should the next time I'm there for a trade show, I should have like a. I gotta find a crypto one, but like I do like digital marketing, and by the way, if you're in that industry or ever thought about it, the conferences and trade shows are really fun. It's just like open bars everywhere with free food. But I get a penthouse, one of those not penthouse, the big balcony kind of suites in Cosmo. I'd get one of those and have a little party. We could fit like 40 people in there.
The Doge fam.
I do that. Yep. Well, whoever can make it out, right? Oh, Mr. Positivity, Benjay. Vegas is so trashy. Well, it can be, but some of those hotels are 5-star. You won't find nicer hotels on the planet.
Right. We LA too. LA's nice.
I think tonight's everybody's depressing night. We got a pessimist night. Benji hates Vegas, suburban sprawl. We got people giving each other advice on how not to get kicked out of their house, or to get kicked out, or just
a little
to stay.
Sad of. People are just still a little sad because the markets are still in red. But if you are looking at the hourly charts, I'm still looking at the hourly chart for Bitcoin. We were around 42.5, and then we had to drop down to 33. But we're still consolidating. Bitcoin's consolidating at 35,000 up to 37,000, and currently holding at 37,000. So I do see Bitcoin slowly but surely climbing upward. We are zooming out and looking at the uptrend that is happening. It is an uptrend. We are still in a correction, but the uptrend is still occurring for the markets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Benjay says, how could I ever enjoy a place like Vegas? You don't have to enjoy it. Other people can enjoy it without it being something that you don't like. Yeah, so.
Broker's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, Broker's got a point. Benjay's very pessimistic, so he's very nice to speak with when he comes on the Discord. But he left our Discord. He got in an argument with somebody, I think. But I stay out of all that. I don't argue with people. But he's never been known to be an optimist, a bit of a pessimist. He might use a different word for that. He's a realist, maybe.
So, Blue Hair Dave, do you hold more than 5 cryptocurrencies?
1, 2, 3. Yes, I do. Yeah, not that many though.
You do. So that does.
Yeah,
that does seem to be the standard. People hold at least 5 different cryptocurrencies.
Is it? I don't know. So there's like the standards. I was looking at random like altcoins, going through that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You never know if something pops off and goes up like 10,000% or something.
Right. I am still invested into Polygon Matic. I initially bought Polygon around 30 cents, and I'm still holding my bags. I did not sell it when we made it to 250 for Polygon, but I still have a little over 20 different cryptocurrencies, and I'm not sure if I should liquidate some of my positions just because I have so many different tokens, and allocate more into Bitcoin, more into Dogecoin, more into Ethereum, or if I should just continue holding the over 20 different tokens that I'm still invested. What do you think?
What do I think about which part?
Should I hold this many cryptocurrencies that I am currently holding?
Well, I'm not one to give a financial advice. I like the shotgun approach of just holding a bunch of stuff long term. You know what I'm saying? So think about this. Say it's like 2016. Hell, say it's 2017 even, right? And Bitcoin's going crazy, and everybody's crypto crazy. But Dogecoin just sat there, right? So, so what about the people that were buying Dogecoin to tip on like Reddit and stuff like that, right? So you don't know what's going to happen, and so especially the small market cap stuff. that have room to grow just because there's only so much money on the planet, kind of thing. I like the idea of owning a bunch of stuff, and you don't know which one's gonna pop off, and you'd hate to be the person that sold their stuff that ended up popping off later on and be like, I would have had $5 million today, you know. That's the way I feel about it. So
Definitely.
I like
Definitely.
owning
Well,
a
thank
lot.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's talk a little UFO here, because I gotta find this article. I need pictures. Darn it. So, if anybody has seen these pictures of, like, there's like triangles that these ships off of San Diego, by the way.
To
Can we see that? Yeah.
increase my holdings.
And they look like these triangles, and what this turns out to be is they're not pyramids. The kind of binocular scope that the people look at this through has an aperture that makes a shape like a triangle, and when it's out of focus, any beam particle of light looks like a triangle. And there were large airplanes that were going over at the same exact time that they saw this. And so, and it had lights on it in the shape of like a 737 or whatever. So it's literally just a plane going to Los Angeles. And it was an out of focus.
Oh, is this UFO news coming out?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that came out lately, and we haven't had a tinfoil hat night in a while. So this is one of the ones, was like the pyramid.
That's
because
the
the U.S. Yes, it's conspiracies or anything really, but there's been a lot of UFO lately, so that's what the tinfoil hat's about.
You went signs on me. You went signs on me.
I love that movie.
Now
It's
I
great.
gotta put the glasses of water all around the house.
Yes, you need to do something. Uh-huh. So, but that's so the pyramid thing is like easily disprovable, so that's one of those ones that goes down there. So yeah.
Don't forget, the aliens don't like water.
They don't like water?
Oh my God, I love that. Have you ever seen the movie Signs?
Yes. But I don't remember them not liking water. Was that part of it? It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah.
With Mel Gibson, right?
Water actually killed them.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't remember that much about the movie, but yeah, I knew I liked it when I saw it.
That was like the main plot, because they had the whole alien invasion, and then the daughter actually knew that if you put water around you, the aliens can't harm you because water actually kills them.
Okay, Nick. All right, Nick.
Oil hat.
Nick has a story here. So good. Yeah, Nick. Let's do this. Nick's gonna come on, so put him in, broker, when you get a chance. Yeah, well, everybody loves talking about UFOs and weird stuff. So
I do fully think that, just the amount of time that humans have been on Earth, it's not a question that it's possible for another planetary system to be, 2, 3, 4 billion years advanced ahead of humans. So just think about 2 billion year advance in technology. You have another $2 billion years to advance your technology, and we've only been here, just over 4 billion years. So think about the extraterrestrial planets who have been here for over 10, or close to 10 billion years. It's just, it's crazy to think about the time frames of, how we count years, and the planets that are currently out in the universe. There are planets that are much, much older than the Earth. Very, very.
Yes.
So there's just a wide variety of possibilities.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Rob says he's got to go. His wife was pulled over. How are you going to help her? She's got to talk her way out of that ticket, Rob. Officer, is there any way we can pay this fine right now in Dogecoin?
Can I just use some Dogecoin, officer? those Dogecoin just might be worth $10 each.
Who knows? Yeah.
As I am eating a pizza for the 10,000 Bitcoin pizza anniversary, May 22nd, 2010, 10,000 Bitcoin were given away for the purchase of pizzas. So I am eating a pizza for dinner in celebration of that memory.
Papa John's, huh? Somebody paid Papa John's for pizza. That's the shocking part of this story.
I mean, who wouldn't want 10,000 Bitcoin right now? It's pretty crazy.
I know. But the more shocking part is that somebody bought a pizza from Papa John's and they had other options. All right.
I want to buy a pizza from Alien.
Talk, Detective Charzard.
Hi, yeah. All right.
What's up?
Hey. So, yeah, sorry. I was just downstairs, like, getting a water bottle, and I have these like, Bluetooth headphones, and I heard you mention UFOs. I had to, like, sprint back up to my room to get my laptop.
Extraterrestrials.
What do you got? What do you got for us? You got some goods? You got some goods?
I've got it. I mean, I've got something. You can make what you will of it. But listen, all right, so back when I was in college, I'm driving home one day, and I'm driving on this road that's just like a straight shot road with some trees on the side and whatever. But there was like, you could see through the trees. Like there wasn't like a canopy or anything like that. So I look up, and then out of nowhere, there's like these 3 dots in the sky forming a triangular pattern. And then as I continue driving, like at some point, like the canopy starts to get like thicker, like it starts to appear more. And then as soon as like I drive and I can still see them, so it's like it's definitely something. And then like out of nowhere, like they just like go zoom, like they just zip, like all 3 of them still in formation. They just like zoom, they just like go. And it was like the most bizarre thing to me. I was like taken back by it. I didn't know what to make of it. It was like the weirdest thing.
How big were they?
They were, I'm not too sure. They looked like they had to have been about as high up as a plane would fly, maybe like a quarter distance further. But it's hard to tell, maybe about the size of like a commercial airplane. But like, sorry, I just burped. Maybe if they were if they were higher up than a plane would fly, I'd say they were the size of an airplane. That would make a little bit of sense. And they were like these white balls of light.
So the whole thing was like a white ball?
Yeah, 3 white balls of light in the sky in a triangular pattern. Like a perfect like triangle.
Huh.
This is getting intense.
What time of day was it?
It was about 5:30 in between the months of like March and May of 2019.
Interesting. Have you ever drawn like what it looked like?
I haven't because of like the simplicity. And then after like coming home, so I came home after and I immediately looked up like dots in the sky. And then I came up with all these articles. They would just show up and it would be like UFO sightings and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay, what did I see?
Yeah, that's interesting. So Raul's asking, how did they fly? Like, what kind of movement was it? Like, was it like drones?
Yeah, I'll take you through it. So at first they were just like appeared to be stationary in the sky, and then they appear to go slightly to the left, and then they just like jet propulsion faster than any man-made craft could presumably move in the opposite direction to the right.
Wow.
Okay.
That was their
but like a drone
pattern.
could have, if it was a drone could have made that movement, right? Like boom, and they switch direction and go real quick.
No way. Nothing that I've seen moves like that. Nope.
So that quick. Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
find
it wasn't
interesting. Oh, sorry. That's what I find
Go ahead.
interesting with the extraterrestrial technology is that it completely defies gravity. It completely defies all logic towards the current aircraft that we currently have. So it's like it goes back to what I was stating, how the age of the universe being, well, they don't even actually know how old the universe is. So the universe being at or around 13 billion years old, that's a lot of time for another species to spring up with life and create technology and be able to have many, many thousands of years to create this technology, possibly genetically alternate a species on different planets. There can be the progression of technology to that extent. So having the the projection of time frame of the universe being that old, and they're saying that the Earth is only 4.5 billion years old. Just think of how advanced their technology would be. It's just incomprehensible to what we are currently experiencing today.
We wouldn't even recognize it. I agree. I like so the balls of like whatever. So space balls. We'll call these space balls. The space balls would like, it's kind of like maybe there's this part of what you were like seeing, even like if it was like aliens, or it's definitely a UFO, right? Because it's unidentified flying object. We don't know what it is, so it's definitely a UFO, but we don't know what the unidentified part was, if you could identify it. But like, I'm with Cali Crypto. I think that if somebody's so advanced to get here, their technology's, we're not even going to understand it. We wouldn't know if we're looking at it. You know what I mean? I think it's not like some big ship's going to be metal and like, but it could be because they have to use the same materials that we have access to. So that's the interesting thing. So they actually would have to use like some kind of fabricated elements in the, because everything that's in the universe is, we have some of it, right? So we can get helium or whatever and hydrogen, and so everything's the same stuff as far as we know. But then again, we don't know, like the other dimensions that physicists now believe exist, like just basically to infinity.
Oh, that was another good point too. When you said dimensions, I remembered. I actually was going over something that said how people can telepathically communicate to beings in another dimension or another universe, just using their mind. So they can communicate to extraterrestrials or aliens just by thinking about it.
Yeah. I don't
that
know
was very possible. It was such a bizarre experience driving and then initially noticing them, because what crossed through my mind was, are those planets? Because it was so bright out. And it's like, how when you look up at the sky during day, sometimes you can see the moon, or sometimes they say you can like see Mars during certain like areas on Earth during certain parts of the year. You can like see Mars visibly during the day. So I saw those three dots, and I'm like, oh, wow, is this like a celestial occurrence? And I seen like three planets at once. But then, like, well, in what instance can you see three planets at once? And then I got this like strange feeling, like, is this something like intelligent? If I can see them, can they see me? It was very weird.
What was your instinct? Were you like, that's fucking aliens? Or were you like, that was some weird shit? Probably not aliens, but I wonder what military vehicle that is, right? Like, which one was it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
My initial instinct was, this has got to be whatever it is, because it's definitely something physical. It's no trick of the light. It's clearly no planets out in space visible from the ground. It's definitely some sort of creation created by minds that can produce technology beyond our known comprehension.
And it wasn't like searchlights or anything like that.
Beautiful.
Nope.
This is another like just amazing thing. formation year 2020, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force is a program within the United States Office of Naval Intelligence used to standardize collection of reporting on sightings of unexplained aerial vehicles, sometimes termed UFOs. So they created a UAP task force specifically to go over unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yeah, particularly the Tic Tacs that keep showing up every day in front of our fighters off of Virginia and San Diego. But my theory, being Skeptic Dave, losing money with Skeptic Dave, is I feel like those are just us doing some kind of spoof to screw with our radar and the visual sighting of our pilots to see how well it works on other other countries' pilots, because you don't want, you know what I mean? So show them to our guys.
Dogecoin is spiking right now. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Dogecoin is spiking.
Whoa, is
Spiking. It went.
Let's take a look.
No,
We're at
it went from.
34.75.
Well, it's still in 34 cents though.
But it's going up though. It's trying to push 35 cents right now.
Regarding crypto,
It went up
if I
a third of a cent. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yep. You guys may have gone over this already. I just wanted to point out, if you don't count Tether as a cryptocurrency, then I just wanted to make it clear that if you haven't noticed, Cardano is currently technically number 3 if you don't count Tether, which is kind of a big deal because Binance Coin for the longest time was in the number 3 position, and now it's Cardano.
Oh, I didn't see. Let me. I got a little chart I can pull up here.
Dogecoin 35 cents. I just pointed it out. We're pushing 35 cents. But yeah, these aliens are definitely going to take over if they're not already mind controlling us.
Yeah, the rise of altcoins.
Look at that. So Cardano, yeah.
I actually have a theory that the extraterrestrials keep tabs on us by our mobile devices. So that was their whole ploy, is to give everyone technology so they can keep tabs on us.
That was our government. Aliens wouldn't need phones.
With the extraterrestrials, they're working with the government.
Why would they need to? If somebody's got the technology to come here, like you just said, they don't need any of this. This is just we're like cave people to them. You know, we're not even cave people to them. We're like ants to them, because they've got the ability to come. So they have different ways. They could just make us do shit without us knowing. You know what I mean? For all we know, what mental illness is aliens controlling us. Like because all you have to do is just mess with some people's brain waves. A slight chemical imbalance can cause like severe depression in somebody's brain, right? Or psychosis. So who's to say that they can't just manipulate that or whatever from far away? That's what I think. We can already do that with like sound. Those sound rays that the Russians have been using outside the embassies on people, where it gives them like bad headaches and for like a long time that you can barely give people brain damage.
You mentioned sound, and that's a good reference to that. The vibrational frequency of humans in this moment wouldn't be that of extraterrestrials. So that is probably why we're not connecting to those other dimensions, because we're just not on the vibrations that other beings are currently at. So it's a lot of learning, and a lot we have to take in. We have to drop a lot of the things that I don't want to say believe in, but the ideals we have. You have to think outside the box for the possibilities of what can be, because there are so many possibilities for creation of life. We're here, so it's so possible for a wide variety of species to be alive. There's planets that are way larger than Earth, so that means you can have extraterrestrials who are 10, 15 feet tall. Then you can have really small planets smaller than Earth. Then you can have the 3-4 foot aliens idea. I do think there is a wide variety of life forms in the universe that exist. We're just not exposed to that in this current moment.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think there's like, the math shows that there's many different multiverses out there, and we can't comprehend it because we don't have the senses to comprehend it because we haven't needed to have those senses to comprehend it. So imagine what kind of senses that we'll get as we evolve, 5,000 years from now, if we're still around, or 5 million years from now, the senses that will evolve because, the ones we use now almost will become like, like smell. And so who knows if we'll need them like as much as we did when we were like, cave people or whatever. So it's weird to think about and so anybody who's visiting us has done that already, right? Yeah. Yeah, we probably could. Or we'll be some hybrid of, machine and man or woman, and that will be whatever aliens are, maybe, because they've gotten so far that they got rid of the biology part of it because there were too many problems with it. Who knows?
Oh yes, there was a
Have a good night,
comment,
Tyler.
Detective Charizard. Where did you see your sighting? In what state?
Oh yeah. You can just call me like Nick or Detective Dogecoin or whatever. Yeah,
Nick,
that's fine.
I'm Grace. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Yeah. I'm in New York, a little bit upstate New York, like about an hour above the city.
Yeah. So see, that's all the way around the country. I'm here in California, and we get sightings all the time of, stuff hovering over the oceans and off the coast and things like that. So there's sightings not only in California but all the way across the world.
Yeah, mostly the ones everybody's concerned about have lately been the military ones, but those are also conveniently located off the military bases where the pilots are, which is why I think that's totally man-made. But we'll find out this summer. Apparently, there's a report that's coming out about it. So.
Oh yeah, I'm psyched for that.
Mm-hmm. Because they're ordered to explain like what is it.
We all need our tinfoil hats.
So my guess is when that report comes out, it'll be like, because they already admit, like even Obama was on some show the other day, and he was like, we don't know what they are and they're not ours. And so that's probably what the report's going to say, or the report will say, we know what they are, don't worry about it, right? And then, because we can't tell you you know what I mean? And then that's more like what I kind of figure they are, because either way, it's bad, right? So say they are aliens, and that's probably not good, because we literally would be powerless, and then, or if it's not us, it's one of our enemies that has a technology either to spoof, and they have the ability to do it whenever and wherever they want off our coasts. Near our air bases where we train our special forces, because they're Virginia and San Diego, or they actually have the technology of something that we are just hundreds of years away from creating to match them, or at least like decades away, which is terribly bad too. So who knows what I mean? It is so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the technology is already here.
You think? You think it's being controlled by humans?
The sightings?
I mean, I think they've got to be extraterrestrial, because this is something that I couldn't imagine, humans being able to produce.
But what's being produced? All we know is that it tracks on radar for an airplane. Convenient, right? A jet plane always seems to be fighter planes. We know that it tracks on their system, and somebody else visually saw it at the same time. All that tells us is that they could see something and sense it on their sensors. It doesn't mean it was there. It just means their sensors thought it was there, and they could visually see it, right? So put it like this. Say you go to Coachella, and there's a hologram of Tupac, and you're far enough in the audience that you think it's Tupac. It sounds like Tupac. It looks like Tupac. I took a picture of Tupac with my camera, and I saw him with my own eyes, right? And now, say the hologram is really good, right? And you don't know the difference. That's spoofing. So what if we created the ability of our modern heat sensing and radar and something that shows up in the sky like a hologram that could fix, because that explains the movement and not having a propulsion system that was visible. If it was a light that looked like a hologram or whatever or something, and they just moved it, right? And so you have like something that's in the water, like a sub or whatever, that is able to project and screw up fighters. And so that it works better than you could make it look like there are, you know, a million things in the sky or whatever, and they have to track on and waste your time looking at it while other stuff's going on. So that's what I would that's the most logical explanation. Then by going, we don't understand it, so it must be aliens, which is an explanation for it. But I think most likely it would be the other explanations are, which has been usually what happens when we see some technology we don't understand. It's somebody's made something. There's been a breakthrough, and we've invented some kind of technology. But the technology that, like you're saying, is something that we don't think they could create anytime soon, which makes sense. But what if it isn't that? What if we just use what we know? They saw it, and their things picked it up. So their pilots thought it was something. That's it, right? And so that's the purpose of spoofing. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's a really digestible way to put it that I actually haven't really fully considered before. It makes sense to give the appearance as if you're amplifying greatly what it is that you have access to, which is something I haven't fully considered to this point, actually.
Yeah. Well, they don't talk about it in like Joe Rogan and stuff because it's not like, that's not the exciting explanation. You know what I mean? So
what I find interesting is that you have these professional pilots and these professional people who are flying aircraft, and when they say they are seeing aircraft that cannot maneuver the way that the current aircraft are maneuvering that they are in, they're completely speechless. You know, these people who are professional aircraft flyers, you know, they know what they're doing, you know, in the sky. They see these objects. There was even an account where they saw a UAP, an unidentified object or UFO, and it disappeared. So they saw something physical, but it disappeared. So would that be coalescing the interdimensional kind of idea of, you know, dimensions being in the same place at one time, but we're just not at the vibrational frequency to see what is already there?
Wormholes, right? Isn't that what a wormhole is? You kind of slip through to the other one, and
Those
are mathematically possible. Those are mathematically possible, and we'd have to use math to explain it because our brains can't explain it because we don't have a reference. We don't have any intuition whatsoever on something that's multidimensional because we don't need to. We just need to deal with the little dimensions in front of us, and we have limited senses for what's on our planet. Like some birds see infrared. We don't see infrared. We have to use a machine to see infrared. It's there, right? Dogs hear things higher and lower than we can hear. It's there. That sound's being created. We just don't recognize it or hear or know it's existing without using something to measure it, which was what math does for these dimensions. So it's all fascinating to me. I definitely think that there's multiple dimensions and stuff. I just think that the stuff that ends up in the news mostly about UFOs is probably military stuff, which is what happened when the stealth fighter was being flown for the first time. And I've seen so many fake reports about UFOs. Like the one that always gets me angry is the Chinese lanterns. You light like a candle and it's like a paper thing and it floats away. And those always get reported as like UFOs, and they always make the news like in the city that's in. And it's like, come on, you guys know what it is. Why are you even putting the story up? They all move together. Well, they're all in the same wind thing. Because if you ever launch those, you kind of see they all kind of glide together like this. They go like this whenever the wind pushes them whatever way. I'm such a skeptic. So have you ever reported that sighting to anybody?
No, I actually kept it to myself pretty much all these years because I thought it was so crazy that how could I explain it and to who that they would, hear me out and then try and like build off it to like, let's say, make sense of it,
You
So
you
no,
know
I
who
haven't
contacted
told
me?
anyone about it.
The guy from MUFON, who kind of looks into these things. He actually contacted me yesterday, so I'm gonna try and get him on the next one of these. And he's like in the Canadian MUFON or whatever, and so they actually look into this stuff. They're like the organization that does that.
Ah, that's interesting.
Maybe you guys should chat, and he might be like, "Oh, there's like 5 other people that have that same story that you have, and it's happening other places." You know what I mean? I don't know, but maybe they'll have something like that. I'll find his Twitter.
Yeah. I wish I had been able to get a picture of it because I do recall grabbing for my phone and trying to take a picture of it in the sky while driving. But my phone, I have an old Samsung. It was like glitching out. The phone, it wouldn't come up, and then my phone was like shorting. And then by the time I had my camera up, it was just like a second before they just like did that thing where they zipped back a tiny bit and then like went like zoom in the other direction.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that was a. I thank you for sharing that with us, and Crypto Cali, thank you for helping me out there while I was doing the
so much for
Dad
having
Uber.
me.
I'm going
so
to.
happy to be joining you on your channel. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming on. It's 2.5 hours, and I have to go back out and get the kid for the Dad Uber ride in a little bit from now. And so I think I'm going to stop the tonight's broadcast. Subscribe to Cali Crypto's channel. We just put a link right there. Broker put it in. And
Thank you so much.
Check her out.
Yes, I will be.
When are you going to start streaming again?
I'm working on getting my computer back up and running. So hopefully within the next week or two, I should making live streams once again. So definitely stay tuned.
Cool. And so Nick, thanks for sharing that with us, and we'll see everybody on the next live stream. Okay.
Great. Thank you so much. All right. I'll see you.
All right.